And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And now we'll take a second to look at the race for Rookie of the Year. A new year ahead of us and so much more for these young players ranked by their impact so far. There hasn't been many times where he's played like a rookie as he's come in and done whatever's asked of him. That's why he's our number 5.
And at number 5 in the rankings, it wouldn't be out of the question for him to make a run at that top spot here in the last half of the season.
Not at all. His talent is right on par with any of those guys ahead of him right now in the rookie rankings.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Podziemski out there with Porter. Then there's Brown. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Hodges in at the 5 spot. And for Portland, we've got Anthony Simons. Walker out there with Klingon. Then it's Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. You know, one thing we're seeing across the league, rookies, Brent, who have already impacted their teams winning.
Yeah, some guys really need some seasoning, but we're seeing a lot of guys come into this league, Kevin, ready to contribute at a very high level. And some of these performances have really blown me away. It's been impressive.
And it's Simons missing. There's Porter with the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Here's Podziemski. No good on the triple. Sharp against Porter. Sharp, the pass to Walker. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Brown outside. Pass to Porter. Rocket 6. Hodges with a screen on Simon. Porter. Brown outside. Drills the 3-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Kamare. Guarded by Porter. Walker's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Simons against Porter. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Brown, no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Pass to Klingon. From deep 3-point land. And there's Simons on the assist by Klingon.
And Anthony believing in himself that time. Just zero hesitation on that jump.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Hodges.
Watch the screen.
Porter looking it over. Hodges with a screen on Simons. It's Porter outside. Here's Hodges. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now, here's Sharp. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Three-pointer, Simon. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Hodges the pass to Porter. Now Pajemski. Scoreless thus far. Hodges, that's good.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Warriors. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The Bad Boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the miss by Michael Porter. Here's Sharpe. It's hauled in by Hodges.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And finished off by Porter.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Pass to Sharpe. And Portland turns it over again. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. The Warriors, number 1.
And this team has been completely dominant. Fewest points per game allowed in the league. These guys are talented. They trust each other. They work together. And you just won't find better coaching on the defensive end of the floor.
Pajemski with it. Defended by Sharpe. Hodges with a screen on Simon. Back to Pajemski. Shot clock at 6. Brown with a screen on Sharpe. Shot by Pajemski, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Klingon. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. To stop the drought. And it's Sharpe missing. The Warriors shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Hodges with a screen on Simon. To the paint. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bynum's checked in. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Check out the numbers for Porter. First in assists. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Outside, Simon. The shot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Simons has got 5 points so far.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Pass to Hodges. And here's Porter. Pajemski on the wing. Here's Branham. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Porter. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Golden State, they're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. And, of course, the Trailblazers. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And for the Trailblazers, they haven't gotten anything to go their way here early on. What do they have to do to turn this thing around?
I don't think there's any one thing that's going to suddenly solve all these problems, but the number one thing is just to relax. They're trying so hard to right the ship, and you can see how much it's affecting their play. You can't be thinking and playing at the same time.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Warriors leading by 4. Pass to Branham. Here is Hodges. Now here's Porter. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Porter. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now, here's Sharp. He's defended by Pajemski. Sharp with it. Still scoreless. Clock is at 3. And here's Walker outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, it's not always just about free throw shooting, but it can be a large factor and disrupt your confidence.
Here's Sharp. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. And it's Porter with the ball for the Warriors. 6-point game. And for such a young player, Brandon Pajemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of that.
Now, here's Simons. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Houston.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's Pajemski, defended by Sharp. Porter against Walker. Pass to Porter. 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He goes on Donovan Clingan.
Yeah, easy call.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the Warriors making a change here. Galloway's checked in, and so he makes both from the line.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Trailblazers trail by 6. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Clap it up, fans. Make some noise along with your Blazers Breaker Dance Crew.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hood's checked in. Then for the Warriors.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Branham. He's got 5. Pass to Porter. Larkin in a screen on Simon. Hands it from downtown. Porter's got 12.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Walker out there with Klingon. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's Shaden Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's Sharp. 20 points for him last game against Houston.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
The screen from Brown. Podziemski on the wing. Here's Sharp. Porter with a block. Here he goes. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Getting it right back up to the rim. Markkanen does a good job.
Outside, Simon. From the baseline. Warriors with the rebound. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
Here's Podziemski. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Podziemski's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Pass to Kamare. Walker in the corner. 3-pointer, Simon. Drills it from outside. Simons has got 23 points.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Now, here's Porter. This game an incredible scoring display for him. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Porter's checked in for Anthony Simons.
Now the lineup for your Trailblazer. Number 29, Leo Porter.
Porter against Porter. The screen from Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And finished off by Porter.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
Now you look at Sharp. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Now here's Porter. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Sharp. And here's Porter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Markkanen. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Now here's Porter. Back to Markkanen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. The fourth spot held by Donovan Clingan.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And it's Porter with the ball for Portland. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Hodges with a screen on Sharp. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Pass to Clingan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
The first free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And here are the Trailblazers now. After the Warriors pick up 3. Good on the shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Trailblazers have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line. And that one misses.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see that.
What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
And Porter, here we go. Pass to Clingan. Walker, bounce pass. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
Sharp, the pass to Porter. The three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Hodges with a screen on Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Sharp. Not a lot of room. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Takes it inside. Makes it off the glass. Sharp's got his third basket of the night.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
It's Porter outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. The Warriors on top. They're up by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and they were.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
They've had the hot hand from deep, so I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
They sure made it look easy at times. What a half. And let's move on and see the top vote getters in this year's All-Star race.
Right around this time, I would find out who my teammates were.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Trailblazers trail by 3, setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Brown, Pajemski out there with Porter. And there's Hodges, and it's Porter at the small forward position.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard. He can dish it.
Hodges with a screen on Simon. And a wide-open look for Porter. And a miss there on the triple. The Trailblazers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And it's Simons missing. The Warriors shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys, really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
And Porter drops them both. And here's Sharp. Pass to Simons. Here's Kamare. Guarded by Porter. Here's Kamare. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
With the drive, here's Hodges, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
At the line for one.
One shot.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to Simon. Now, here's Sharp. He's defended by Pajemski. Now, Sharp. He has 6. Clock at 4. Off target with the open look.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Hodges. The Trailblazers pull it in. Klingen's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now, here's Sharp. He's defended by Pajemski. Porter against Simons. Over Porter. And it's Simons missing. Warriors leading by 4. Porter with it. He's got 26. Pass to Pajemski. Now Brown. Covered by Simons. Rebounded by Kamare.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Now, here's Simons. Lays it up off the glass. Simons has got 25 points.
And I'm going to watch the coaching staff to see how many times they're going to call Anthony Simons' number with the way he's got it going here.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A chance here to check out the league scoring leaders. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Porter against Simons. And Hodges kicks to Porter. Pass to Brown. Outside Porter. And that one is good. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Kamare. Guarded by Porter. Here's Klingen. He has 5. Porter with the steal. And then Porter with the jam.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Simons against Porter. Shakes him. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Simons.
Defenders want to get physical with Simons to try to offset some of his athleticism. It doesn't always work.
Out to the right wing. Outside, Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play and attack mode and get to the line.
The Warriors have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Michael Porter Jr., just one of those guys that has a versatile scoring menu. Terrific at executing at all 3 levels.
He hits the second from the line. Trailblazers trail by 5. Pass to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And Sharp is the kind of guy who gets up there in a hurry. That elevator, that's got some extra juice.
Podziemski with it. Defended by Sharp. Here is Porter. And then Porter with the jam.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Chance. How about the numbers for Brown? Averaging about 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Pass to Sharp. Back to Simons. Now Sharp. Walker with a screen for Sharp. Inside. And the dunk by Walker.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized forward who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Here is Hodges. To the inside. Here's Podziemski. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, happy.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo. That's helped them score on the fast break.
And Portland making a change here. Barrett's checked in. 3-pointer, Simon. It's hauled in by Hodges. Hodges has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that one's good by Porter.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Simons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
Porter against Simons. 6 to shoot. And then Porter with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Outside, Barrett. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And it felt like RJ did a great job there of just baiting the defense in order to get the contact.
Portland, they have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. And the Warriors making a change here. Branham's checked in. Here's Podziemski. Defended by Sharp. Hodges with a screen on Simons. It's Porter outside. Another three for Golden State.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Three-pointer, Simons sinks the triple. Simons has got 32 points in the game.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Now here's Porter. He has 40. There's the pick. To the paint. Here's Hodges. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Shaedon Sharpe picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Warriors have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. He's off on the first. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he sinks the second. And here's Barrett. He's got 8. Pass to Simons. To the left side wing. Fires from deep. They get it back. Barrett wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta. Barrett's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're finding some room there on the perimeter. The lefty, R.J. Barrett, knocks it down.
Porter finds Podziemski. On the wing, Porter. Hodges with a screen on Simons. Here's Porter. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Carter on the wing. Down low. Swinging. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Porter a screen on Simons. Pass to Branham. Outside Porter. Now Porter. He's in rare territory with those scoring numbers. It's not often we talk about a player averaging over 35 points a game. Hodges, that's good. Portland with the ball. Simons up top, guarded by Porter. For 3, Barrett. Trailblazers keep it alive. Fires for 3. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Barrett's got 14 points.
A really good focus from R.J. there. I think that improves his percentages.
Simons against Porter. The 10-footer. Hodges. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. The Warriors, 4th.
Well, over the last month, they've started to hit a high percentage of shots, and I think it's due primarily to great shot selection.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and then for Golden State. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Hodges, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Brandon Podziemski. And he's good on the second. And it's Porter with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. 3-point lead. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just the second of 7 away from home. Yeah, it's stolen by Barrett. Garnett, he's checked in for Klingon.
4th team foul. Now on the floor for your Trailblazers. Number 3, Donald Gunn.
Simons with the ball. 32 points in the game. For the tie. It's rebounded by Golden State. Porter with it. And it's Carter picking him up. The kick out to Porter. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 9.
Not second guessing as Porter makes the right decision to score that time.
Porter looking it over. Off target from three-point range. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Porter. Markkanen a screen on Porter. To the middle. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. And it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Porter against Porter. Pass to Simons. Porter pulls it in. Warriors leading by 7. Markkanen a screen on Porter. Here's Branham. There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Branham's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Porter passes to Barrett. To halt the run. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Markkanen kicks to Porter, takes a 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Outside, Simons can't nail the jumper.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Kamara is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Hodges checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Michael Porter comes in for Alexander Walker. And Porter subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. They've got Porter, also Anthony Simons out there. R.J. Barrett is out there with Carter. And it's Kamara in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Porter, pass to Hodges. A rebound by Simons.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And now only one away from being in the zone.
Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Sharp comes in for Porter. And the Warriors also making a change. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Brown. Outside, Barrett jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Hodges has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
The kick out to Porter. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Outside, Simons. Inside. Stolen. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Hodges misses. Tipped away. Porter with it. Klingon defending. To the paint, here's Hodges. The kick out to Porter. Shoots the three. Connects from three-point range. Porter's got 49 points in the game.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
To the inside. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Simons.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Outside Porter. And yet another basket that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And it's Simons missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Walker's checked in for R.J. Barrett. Pass to Klingon. Back to Sharp. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Walker with a screen for Sharp. No good on the three. Warriors leading by 17. There's a screen. Down low, here's Hodges. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Hodges has got 17 points here in the second half. Trailblazers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Walker finds Simons. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the basket by Kamare.
Simons has a great change of pace when he comes off of those screens, so it might not look like he's going fast, but he might take an extra step. The guys just can't keep up with that.
Porter passes to Hodges. Brown with it. Outside, Porter puts up a three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingon's got 11 rebounds in the game. Simons against Porter. Pass to Sharp. Over to the left wing. Here's Klingon. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Here's Podziemski. Here's the three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Sharp on the wing.
2 minutes in the game. 2 minutes.
Klingon the screen for Sharp. He shoots again, and there's a nice layup by Klingon.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Porter against Simons. And Porter, here we go.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Porter against Simons. Shot clock at 5. Nice D from Porter. Warriors leading by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
It didn't look like a game that was going to work out for them, but man, how things changed in a hurry.
Man, I'd say it was gutsy, Kevin, in terms of what they were able to do in that comeback. An incredible amount of fortitude when facing all of that adversity. And not just to come back, but how about to come back and win going away?
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. Brown with a screen on Simon. Pass to Porter. The kick out to Porter. Misses the 3. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Here's Kamara. Nice D from Porter.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Pass to Brown. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game.